What it do, Game Heroes?
Hey, what's up, Willis?
Hey, so what's been going on there on Twitter, man?
Hey, man, Forespoken came out today. I don't know. It come out today or tomorrow? The official tomorrow, right? Yeah. So the reviews is today. So shit, ain't looking good, man. And last week they using the console wars or layoffs. Like, oh look, guys, Microsoft laid off what 10,000 people, and they're using the console wars of that. All right, and look, man, the gaming Twitter is look. It's a funny world, man. It's a funny place, man. So today, the donkeys having a meltdown because Forespoken got a bad review, and of course, their list wars is not really, doing good right now because they're hyping up third-party games because they don't have no first-party games besides Spider-Man this year. So
Man, it's like, what?
yeah, that's
Oh,
funny.
all right.
Let's go! Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls all around the world, we are back. It's going to be a busy week. Y'all know what it is. The Energizer is here. The Green Gamma Bandit is here. I go by the name of the New Legal. I represent the X League Podcast of Extraordinaires. I got my man Spark 117 in the building. Game Drills in the building. The realest one in the building. Over in the chit chat, in the mix. I'm ready. Let's go. I got my man SYG in the building. Wait, we live. What's good, baby? What's good? I'm about to let these dudes grab this mic.
It ain't Forespoken.
They show. It seems like right now, Forespoken is what's good. We got a lot to talk about. Everybody's hyped, right, about Forespoken, right? New IP, right? Where's all the excitement? Don't worry about it. We got you covered. What's up, Games Heroes? What's up, realers? Y'all got the mic tonight, man. I'm about to fold back. Let y'all have it, man. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. If you like what we're about, please subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell. Never miss out on any one of these excellent shows that we bring to y'all when we can. We were a little late tonight. Guys were running, trying to finish our work. Guys had to go to the grocery stores, take care of their families and everything. So forgive us on that, but we're here, baby. We are here. Xbox community, salute. Real gamers around the world, salute. Let's go.
All right, now, Game. Since you was hitting us with that hot track, and then he hit us with the intro. What you saying, man?
Nah, I'm not saying that before we talk about the Forespoken. Square Enix remind me of the Capcom back in the days. But so the difference with Capcom back in the days, the games weren't that bad, but they try to cater to the West, and they lost their fans. Like DMC Devil May Cry, right? Now look, a lot of people didn't like that game because people think that game was trash. I personally like the game. I think it's one of the best games I ever played in the Devil May Cry series. But it got good reviews, but it didn't score. But the fans didn't like it, and it commercially flopped. So that means that under Square Enix, yes, their games are not great lately, besides, of course, Final Fantasy. Games like Babylon's Falls, yes, I know that made by Platinum, but they still publish it. Star Ocean didn't do well. Valkyrie didn't do well. A lot of the games didn't do well. But they're not in financial problems, though. Like, they're not, like, hidden financially. Now, if they were hidden financially and they're in that crisis mode, yeah, I think somebody either buy them or they had to put a Capcom. And Capcom means that instead of Capcom making new IPs, we make Resident Evil games, make smarter games and trying to bring back certain franchise back what people want. Like they bring back Mega Man. Cause Forespoken, look, man, I called it last year. I mean, 2 years ago when they showed this crap, and it was a what's a game called Project Altina, something like that. It was a tech demo showing the
No, Project
PS5.
Atia.
Yeah, that was a tech demo. It
But
was
that's
a tech.
Forespoken now.
I know it was Forespoken, but it was a tech demo. And then somehow it became a game. Now I don't know how the hell that became a game. And then Square Enix, you keep showing the game off and this off, talking about this is the most beautiful games of all time, and this and this and this. But there's a lot of red flags for this game. Number one, the open world. I said it last 2 years ago. The open world just there's nothing there. Like you're playing like an Assassin's Creed game with no NPCs. That's basically what it was. The parkour system would look cool, but that's basically what it is. The character. Now, if you don't know this actress, the only person I know this actress from is in Charlie's Angel. I know she's in the new Resident Evil movie or TV show, whatever. But she was in Charlie's Angel, right? Nobody know who this person is. Like, not a lot of people know. So you're getting this black girl from London. I don't think she even played a video game in her life. Getting her a random person just make the main character. That's another red flag. The second red flag, what the hell is this game about? Then we find out about the game about that this girl from New York City got arrested, and somehow some portable came in and she sucked into the universe with magic. Come on, dude. And now I said this last Alice Wonderland. And I said this last year, dude. This and another red flag. This game should have came out in 2021. It got pushed back to 2022 in March. It got pushed back again in October. Then when God of War Ragnarok, got a release date, the same day Ragnarok got a release date, Forespoken got pushed back to January. So it got delayed 3 times. Now, if a game gets delayed 3 times, there's a lot of red flags. And number 4 is like, after playing games like Elden Ring and whatever, all these open world games, we're tired of this crap. I'll say this again, the concept looks decent. It's just that people understand the people who make this is not really the real Square Enix. So remember, these Japanese developers like Nintendo, Capcom, and all that.
Don't do that, bro. Nah, that's a Sony exclusive. Sony.
No.
They got a 2-year exclusivity deal on that, bro.
Yeah. No. I'm talking about the real Square. No, see, Japanese developers, right? They don't have like Microsoft has like different studios, right? Sony has different studios. They have studios inside their own studio. So these are the same dudes who made Final Fantasy 15. All right. Now
that was
a lot of people, right? Yeah, but a lot of people didn't like Final Fantasy 15.
A lot of people always gonna not like something.
Yeah.
So ain't making no excuses, man. Play like a champion, bro.
Yeah.
PlayStation obviously thought highly of it if they bought it up for 2 years.
And it was a lot of red flags with this game. Because Final Fantasy 15 didn't score what people wanted it. That's why Final Fantasy 16 going back to the other team in Square Enix, and that's why they're trying to do now. And that's why I don't know how long the exclusivity deal is. They say it's 6 months. They say it's a year. So we don't know.
That on the Xbox.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna come to the Xbox.
Let them have it, bro. Like Final Fantasy hasn't been really relevant since around 12, depending on who you talk to. 15 did all right.
13 did doing good.
Yeah, but see, like, okay, I guess you want to count the online, but like, I ain't making no excuses for them, bro.
Yeah, but 14 wasn't that great. Because remember when 14 came out.
Well, I mean, it's online.
1.0, yeah, but 1.0 came out. It wasn't one of the worst games of all time. So what they did was they had to rebuild back the game and rebuild back the game and release the game out in 2014 and rebuild back the whole entire server. Because remember, go back to Final Fantasy 14 2010, right? I play it in Comic-Con. That game was terrible. It got a 49 on Metacritic. So what they did was they apologized, rebuilt the game in a different engine, find the other developers who did that, and that's what they did. So yeah, so they had a lot of myths with Final Fantasy after 12. So I said it again, right? There's a lot of JRPGs the past decades were better than Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy is not a system seller anymore. You can sit down and, trying to, break my legs or all that stuff. No, you can't do that because back in the PS2 days, yes, we could tell that was a system seller. Nowadays, look, man, realize I don't think anybody's gonna play Final Fantasy 16 by PlayStation 5 Final Fantasy 16. I don't think so. It probably do
There'll be
like
some people playing it. I mean, look at the sales, bro. Right? Final Fantasy 7 is supposed to be the one.
2 million.
And how many
people?
did that sell?
5 million.
Right.
Out of how many people own a PS4? 100 what?
Count them all, bro. 150 consoles, 150 million consoles. That's what it sold. 5 million. So is it selling consoles?
Nope. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I don't think the next Final Fantasy is going to sell consoles. This is not like the PS2 days. I remember a lot of people who own a PS2 have Final Fantasy. I don't, good luck. Look, I don't think Final Fantasy 16 will be worse than Forespoken. Absolutely not. But I don't think this is going to have a good impact. And plus, I don't think it's going to be better than Starfield. Because Starfield, I don't think so. I don't think it's going to be a game.
I don't think anything's going to be better than Starfield, but that's just me.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be a game of the contender. I think that Final Fantasy 16 will be like something like return of the form of the series. Like, okay, there's like Need for Speed Unbound. Like there's a lot of bad Need for Speed games after like Most Wanted, right? And like every time they make a new Need for Speed game, last generation, like Heat, the reboot, and Rivals, and all that, they're all garbage. So Criterion made this Need for Speed. Yeah, it's not better than Forza Horizon 5, but it was like a return of its form. Like return, okay, finally. Yeah, finally we have a good, decent Need for Speed game. That's what Final Fantasy 16 would remind me of. I think we'll get like an 81, 82 on Metacritic, but it's not gonna be like, oh my god, like surprising like a 91 and there's a lot of JRPGs out there are better than Final Fantasy. That's my opinion. Like Tales of Rise, Call of Nexus, Elden Ring. Like Namco Bandai is killing with the JRPGs right now. So, but you gotta understand, like Japanese developers are out of touch. They don't understand their fan base. This is nothing new with Nintendo. Does it last generation with the Wii U? This is the same thing with Sony's doing it. A lot of these Japanese developers live in the past. Like, you gotta evolve your game. Like, and I know, and look, they're gonna blame Xbox game. Oh, Xbox gamers, you don't play these games, you don't buy these games, folks. The reason we don't play these games is because these games are just outdated. Like, who's gonna play a turn-based JRPG now? Like what? Like this is 1999, 1998. Like, come on, you gotta make your game, appeal to the younger crowd, this generation. You know what I'm saying, Realist? You can't just
because see, this is the thing when it comes to Go ahead.
I was
gonna say when it comes to these turn-based RPGs, right? Those were games that they made because they had technical limitations, right?
Mm-hmm.
And nowadays you got games that are fully 3D, open world, and then you say, here's this game where you're gonna do 80% reading, 0% fighting. And that's just not gonna fly. And a lot of these companies didn't adapt or evolve with the times. So, but when it comes to JRPGs, like we might not play them big over here in the States, but in Japan, that's why the Switch is what it is, because you can play all those games real easy on the Switch. You don't need much to run them. You can play them on your cell phone. I just saw what is that? It's a Square game that was on Nintendo, and then part 2 is skipping Xbox this time. What is it?
Octopus Traveler.
Octopath Traveler. I just saw that
I'm
in the
not
App
playing
Store.
that shit, man. I'm not playing that.
I'm not gonna knock it. It's just not for me. But like,
It's not for me, man.
so these companies, they try to stick to what works. When it comes to Final Fantasy was a technological advancement 20 years ago. That coupled with, and again, PlayStation was true to its core when it first came over here. There was a Japanese box, and they brought a lot of Japanese games, and so a lot of these PlayStation fans are raised up on that. But they've abandoned that for games like Call of Duty, Madden, 2K, Fortnite. So how do you go from that back to JRPGs? You either like them or you don't. But when it comes to Square, I'm not gonna cut them any slack. Nothing that they do pleases them, right? These things make it out of the door, hit the market. Nobody told them that it was buns. Nobody told them it was buns before they decided to sell it. So, like, when it comes to all these PlayStation guys, they were hyping it up. They really are dependent on Metacritic, bro. I'll never understand it. This is why Game Pass is so important. You bypass all of that. You bypass Twitter. You bypass Metacritic. All you do is download the game and play it. But Square, I don't know what to do, man. I can't think. I can't even have a suggestion outside of them just really leaning heavy on their established IPs. And then when companies do that, we complain about it. But
remember, they get rid of the Western part from Crystal Dynamics and Eidos.
They're disappointed in every game's performance.
Yeah.
Right. Other than Final Fantasy Online, that's the only thing that they don't have any complaints about.
Shit, the Final Fantasy games have been declining for years.
It's to the point where, like, Sony, I don't even think Sony really is shooting for them to be exclusive. It's like they're doing them a favor at this point, because I don't know what they're paying them, but they're paying them to keep the games off other platforms, and nobody even wants them. Not even their own customers want these games. A lot of them are buying it just for the name recognition alone, because the sales, what are sales? I mean, you got Final Fantasy VII, supposed to be the GOAT, 5 million sales. I have to look at what PC did, but I know that PC took a dive because they didn't even sell it on Steam day one. They sold it on Epic.
Yeah, and I don't think anybody played that on PC. Because think about it, I don't think anybody played on the Epic Game Store. Because nobody wanted to buy their shit on the Epic Game Store. So, and I think 1 year later, they put it on Steam, right? So, how many people bought on Steam? Look, man, I think, cause I remember when that game first came on Steam, realistically, like 5,000 people was playing it.
Bro, it was on sale day one because they knew better than to drop a $70
$70 game, yeah.
But
and was 5,000.
Is it Forespoken $70?
Yep, Forespoken $70.
Bro, if that don't show you how much of a slimeball company, I can't just say it's Sony because everybody's doing it now, bro. But it's like they'll put $70 on anything. It does not assure you a quality game. It does not assure you that you're getting a better game. You're just paying $70 on principle. Bro, look, I played the demo. I'm indifferent. It's just that I kind of feel bad for Square. Sony, we keep saying Sony should buy them, but does Sony even want them? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are they gonna do? They're not making games that anybody wants. Look at Babylon's Fall. I don't care who made it. That's Square's name on it. They commissioned them to make it.
Nobody want to play that.
It's just like Scalebound. Microsoft could have let Platinum put Scalebound out, but Phil said it wasn't up to par.
Mm-hmm.
But then we get to a company like Square. I guess they can't afford to scrap $100 million. They're going to put out the game and see if we can make something back.
Yep.
But to me,
and I feel sorry for Platinum too. I feel sorry for Platinum.
I don't feel sorry for Platinum. But to me, man, it's kind of hard for me when it comes to Square and with this game, because to me, man, I see a game that looks like a whole lot of other games that are in game of the year nomination. You know, look at Horizon, right? Yeah, it has prettier colors, but it's the same type of just open world emptiness, right? People who played it complained about the dialogue on that game too, how boring Aloy is. That game was in the game of the year conversation. So it's kind of hard for me to say, man, Square, what's wrong with Square? I don't feel sorry for Square, because for one, they dumped Nintendo, right? and then they've been riding with Sony all this time, and they keep dropping these games that don't hit. We got people in the on the internet talking about consolidation, how it's bad, and something's gonna have to happen with Square. Somebody's gonna have to swallow them up.
If I
Because
told
they can't
you,
keep eating these bombs that they're dropping. They can't just keep eating it.
if I told you Square Enix made one of the best, I'm gonna play it. When I buy it, one of the best RPGs of that generation. You can't believe they did, and it was platinum too. It was a game called Near Automata. That was a great. That was like got a 90 on Metacritic. Yeah,
But see, that was more of a Western style RPG though. Like it wasn't just walking around and being bored. It was action.
And they remade.
And it didn't sell either though.
Nope, they didn't sell. And remember,
it's an acquired taste. That's why I don't have nothing to say.
Remember, they made Nier on the 360 and PS3, right? That time, that didn't even really do anything because nobody know what I don't know what the hell that was. So it got really bad reviews. But see, the game we got is not the same game that the Japanese version got. So outside of Japan, it was 2 Niers. So the English version, I had to do a research. So the English version was a different version of the Japanese version. So we got the crappier version. They got the better version. So Nier is a very niche, product. So they decide to remake called Nier Replicants version 1.224, whatever that crap called. Yeah. And they remake that. That remake or remaster version is the Japanese version. And it got really good reviews. And you know what? It's on the Xbox. Yeah, and it's a very niche game. I don't think anybody bought that on the Xbox. So this is why
I'm still talking about Nier?
Yeah, I don't think anybody bought that.
I would be surprised if that game hit 3 million.
I'm surprised the game hit. Yeah, I'm surprised the game hit 5 people because nobody. How in the world you could put that on Xbox, but you couldn't put like one of your flagship. Why you couldn't put like Final Fantasy 16 or something like that on Xbox? Like another game I'm gonna buy
because Sony paid them.
There's another game. Yeah, another game I want to buy from Square is on the Switch because it's not on Xbox. It's Tactical Ogre or Taxis Ogre. That is a game I actually want to play.
That sounds like a game 2 people played.
Yeah, it's on the PS1. Beast introduced me to that game, and I said I never played this before. He played on the PS1
because Beast was raised up on that stuff, man. He PlayStation cat coming up. So all these and that's why PlayStation fans like to hype up these games because they were raised up on those games. Xbox fans weren't.
No, we weren't. And I'm a Nintendo fan. I'm a hardcore. Nintendo fans didn't raise up because we never had Japanese RPG on the.
They had a few, but it was different. You know what I'm saying? Like we expected. Like that was gaming's infancy when we were playing those types of games.
No, then 64 never had JRPGs. Never did.
You said Nintendo.
Yeah, we never.
They had some.
Nah, we never did. No, we never did.
Bro, just about every game that was on Nintendo back then was Japanese. But look, shout out to Zinc, bro. He said that Square has a mismanagement isn't even the word for Square. Right? They got money problems. They don't know if they want to sell or not. And now they're selling off pieces of different studios. Like they're trying their best to hold on, but I don't think they're going to be able to. Final Fantasy will have to be the game to save them like it saved them 25 years ago whenever Final Fantasy 7 came out. Because they were at the end of their rope at that point too, and Final Fantasy became a hit.
Final Fantasy 1 saved them. Cause remember,
but Final Fantasy 7 saved them too.
Yeah,
look, I watched a documentary on this 4 times that they had something to bring them out of ashes. Final Fantasy 14 brought them out of the ashes.
Oh yeah, that's definitely
the problem with Square is they're not able to string together multiple titles that are hits, and that's hard for any developer. You got to do more than just make a good game. You got to tell people that it's out there, and that's why marketing, to me, more than anything, for these games because you got some bad games that get heavy marketing, they sell and everybody's complaining about it, but they bought it because they were sold. You know what I mean? But when it comes to Square, bro, I can't feel bad for them because all this time they've been locking down to Sony, right? And then they choose the money with Epic. You go to the smaller platform. Now, PlayStation was the bigger platform, but you still didn't give yourself a chance to cultivate an audience with other platforms.
Mm-hmm.
Like they even abandoned Nintendo up until Nintendo started commissioning them to make games. But see, there also has to be a standard. So but people give Sony too much credit for their quality barrier, right? Because it's things like this that shouldn't even hit the market. Think about Scalebound. We complain about Scalebound. Microsoft canceled it. Yeah, but they had $100 million on the line and they still said, no, this can't go. But Sony looks at this. Look, we look at this as a Sony game. It's 2 years. 2 years. We won't need, and I doubt that they're gonna hold it after 2 years like they did Final Fantasy because hell, at that point they're gonna need for whoever they can get to buy it.
But the game got to be in Game Pass in the next 2 years. No one ain't buying that on Xbox.
I wouldn't even play it in Game Pass, bro.
So we want to get the better version.
Think about it, bro. Think about it. I don't know if you pay attention to like some of these things that the regulators say. One of the regulators' fears is that Microsoft gets so many games that they don't even look to bring third parties in, or they raise the barrier to entry or lower it, meaning. Whereas before we were paying you this, now we're just gonna give you this if you want to be in our service.
Mm-hmm.
Games like Forespoken won't even have room to breathe in Game Pass in times coming. So, like, I don't even think that I'd be interested in playing it in Game Pass. I mean, I heard it's short.
9 hours.
Yeah, I heard it's short, but then
the 9 hour is a 9 hour. Toxic from Twitter. He was in Spaces today. I didn't even know.
I don't mess with that dude, bro. That dude's a cornball, bro. Look, I brought up Twitter just because we read it, bro. But some of these dudes, these personalities, bro, that dude's goofball, man. Like this dude lied. Now I don't even want to talk about it, dude.
I want to
talk about him if you want to, bro. But
no.
I don't talk to him. I don't associate with anybody who rock with him.
No. I'm just saying that I didn't even know this was a RPG though. I didn't even know Forespoken was a JRPG. I thought it was like an action adventure game. Now it's a JRPG, but what kind of JRPG is 9 hours? I never see a JRPG is 9 hours.
Bro, it's not 9 hours, bro. Like we gotta stop that, bro.
Nah. A lot of critics say it's very short.
It's short, but it's not. You can straight line a game if you want to. You can put it on easy and straight line a game. Does that make a game in 9 hours, bro? You can go straight to the end of Elden Ring if you're good enough. Does that really make it an hour?
They stated that if you play Forespoken on regular, it's between 12 and 15 hours. Roughly.
Yeah, but that's too short for a JRPG, though.
I expect those to be like 40, 50 hours.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell readers. I don't care if 9 hours, 10 hours, 11 hours, 12 hours, 13 hours. There's no JRPG in history is like short like that. So basically, you're just playing the game. I don't know, man. I never played the demo. That's one reason. There's a real reason why I really want to play the demo, but there's no demo on PC. I have a PC. I don't have a PlayStation.
Bro, you don't want to play the demo.
I know. I really want to try.
I'll tell you, bro. But like, shout out to the real Xbox fans, the real ones in the chat.
I see somebody playing crocodiles.
Shout out to my man Shane who says, "Boom wants to be an Xbox. Wants Xbox to be Sony so badly. I can't watch his trash show anymore." And I agree. That's why it's so many of these guys that I can't watch anymore is because they're in the business of content creation. These personas that they create, they're not real when it comes to gaming, man. Like, at what point in time on any console do we get enough exclusives to carry us for the year? Third parties are what we play.
No, three. Right? No. Both Xbox and PlayStation, right?
No.
Every year.
Look, what generation, what console has ever given you enough games? Is giving you 12 exclusives a year?
None. What? Only Nintendo. If you really want to hear.
When?
Shoot. If you want to talk about
if you ain't got no answer, man.
Hey, you want to talk about third party exclusive? Nintendo has a lot, but if you're talking about first party, not really. Because so look, both consoles like Xbox and PlayStation, right, always have 3 exclusives or
That ain't enough for the year.
yeah. Like remember last year is what?
And who want to play
GT6.
one game every year,
Yeah,
right? Unless it's a multiplayer game.
fact.
Now, quite honestly, we could play Starfield for the next 3 years if it's that big. And I played Oblivion for at least 2, right, without mods. That's how big those games are. But who wants to play a game every day like that? And that's the look. We play third parties, and then the third parties get sparse. The only reason why we heavy on third parties this year is because 22 missed out on a lot of them.
And most of
Right.
them get delayed though.
And then after that, what? Say what?
No, most of these games got delayed from last year to come this year. Like Hogwarts supposed to came out last year.
Bro,
Suicide Squad.
every game that released last year was off a delay. Every AAA game.
Yeah,
right?
every one of
And
them.
this year so far, so now we got Forespoken.
That was
right?
delayed.
It was delayed, right? Motorsport was not delayed, right? Redfall was delayed. Starfield was delayed. Hogwarts was delayed.
Atomic Heart was delayed.
Atomic Heart was delayed. Stalker
Every
was
game that Sony put out so far been delayed.
Yeah.
That's fine. But see, the
Every
thing
single
is,
one of them.
and what were we playing, right? What was everybody playing?
Multiplayer.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like all this talk, like with these guys, right? They talk about Xbox. Look, when Xbox does nothing, Sony can release 3 games and it feels like 6. But I'm not going to sit here and say that they're just knocking it out of the park, because the only game that really kind of hit with the public was God of War, right? Gran Turismo, everybody was upset about it. Horizon, I don't know why Sony keeps trying to push that on them. It's like they don't even want it. They're gonna get to the point where they give it away for $5 million and then start talking about 20 million sales like they always do. But the thing is, if that's what you like, go play your PlayStation or start a PlayStation channel so you can talk about this greatness that you're getting out of Sony. All right. This year, they're complaining about what Xbox needs to do when these guys are going to be depending on Square all year on a maybe Spider-Man 2. You see what I'm saying? Why not talk about your Xbox if you call yourself an Xbox channel? Xbox has enough going on and enough news where you can just talk about Xbox, bro. We got a show going on the 25th. Sony hasn't done a show in 2 years. Microsoft don't show up to the Game Awards. These dudes start crying when Sony hadn't shown up since what, 2018.
Longer than that.
And it's the show that they pay for.
And that's longer than
ain't no way
that.
they deserve the awards they get.
Yeah,
You guys ain't got all soft out here, right?
But
it became passive for Sony.
But it was longer than that.
Not having nothing over there now. Y'all
no, but it's longer than that. Because remember, they skip E3. Look, I say this again, right?
About the Game Awards, though. Like,
yeah.
Like
Game Awards.
Sony dropped out of E3 after they showed them same shows
for
3 years in a row.
2 years. Yeah, 2016. Like they showed what? God of War, Spider-Man, Days Gone, Ghost of Tsushima, and all that stuff. What the hell are they going to show in 2017, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22? Nothing. Because remember, I'll say this again, right? Because think about it, right? You know, all of these games they showed in 2016, that year they didn't have shit. All right? The only game they had was Uncharted. Well, how many times Uncharted got delayed? 3, 4, 5, 6 times, right?
Sony mastered dangling the carrot for the horses.
Yeah, but remember,
they mastered that. They'll show a game for 3 years.
3 years.
And delay it, and people are still just to keep them hyped. And for some reason, they don't cry, right? And that's my problem with Xbox dudes. They can't stand on Xbox, right? They start talking about PlayStation and how Sony is doing this and how Xbox needs to do that. They act like they don't understand the power of Game Pass as a marketing arm in itself. Like these dudes, Microsoft needs to do more marketing and advertisement. Like, bro, if they got 30 million people, 15 million of those people gonna get out there and tell everybody about how good that game is because they played it.
But look
Word
at
of
High
mouth,
Life.
best advertisement.
But look at High Life.
Look at High on Life. Look, and then you get your boy. Boom! I heard your boy. I didn't hear him say it, but I heard it on another Xbox show that this boy said that he shouldn't have to get out here and advertise High on Life. The unmitigated gall, the audacity, the foolishness of this dude to think that he's doing anything significant for Xbox. All right. Microsoft didn't run a commercial. Microsoft didn't do anything, but it's the most played third-party game out of Game Pass. You see what I'm saying? Like these dudes don't know the Xbox. They can't talk Xbox, and I don't understand how Xbox fans will ride with them, support them, defend them, send them money. Like that's crazy. Like I rock with the Xbox dudes, and I send super chats to dudes who I know support and can talk about Xbox as a brand. All this trying to make them into Sony, all this complaining about what they did that Sony didn't do that Sony did do. That just goes over my head. I can't rock with that, bro. Because Xbox is doing things their way. They said it about 5 years ago, they were going to go grassroots. They said it themselves that Microsoft and Game Pass players play more games, and then you get on social media and you see people talking about these games. So they don't need to run as many commercials as you think they do. Now you bet when Starfield comes out,
they do that.
When an Activision property comes out,
they do that.
When Gears comes out.
But they don't have to do they don't have to do.
I could have swore I had Master Chief on a Rockstar.
No. They don't have to do with like Halo, Gears, and Forza. Cause look at Forza, they didn't advertise that shit. Everybody play it, and like the new
26 million people today.
Yeah, look at the new Forza models. They don't have to. No, I'll say it again, right? They don't have to do a what's the name? Direct two more days for Forza, because we know Forza is a high quality game. Turn 10 never miss. Like they never made a bad game. So we don't care about. Look, I care about Forza. I'm playing Forza Motorsport every single day when it comes out on April. So the end of the day, I'm excited for that.
Hold on. Did you just leak a release date?
Nah, I ain't say nothing. But listen, hey, but when it comes out. When it comes out,
you heard it here first.
Hey, when it comes out, right? Listen. They don't have to advertise Forza. The only game they need to advertise is their new IPs, right? Now we're talking about new IPs. We're talking about the AAA ones, not like Pentiment and Grounded. But we're talking about like the big new IPs, like from Compulsion games or Exile games or Avowed. These are what they need to advertise, but. Games like Forza, Gears, they don't have to advertise Gears because Gears has a community. It has a fan base. Halo has a fan base. Bethesda games have a fan base. They don't have to hype up Starfield because a lot of people are going to play Starfield if you're a Bethesda fan. Like all of these games already have an established fan base. So this is one thing I will say, right? Every time Microsoft delayed a game or something happened, right? Rumors going on the internet, false information comes along. I remember that 4chan crap they talking about Fable, scrap. They restart the development. They go into the Unreal Engine 5, and I think they found a new director.
Real quick game.
And hold on, I've seen real. I think about the ponies, but we know the ponies gonna troll. I'm seeing Xbox fans say, here he goes again. We need to fire Phil Spencer. We need to fire Matt Booty. Xbox got bad management problems. Why are they doing this again? And it came out it wasn't true because I'm trying to explain to them on Twitter how in the world that they're going to rebuild Fable, restart Fable, go to the Unreal Engine 5, forward the tech to Unreal Engine 5, and it's coming out in Q4 of 2024. That's not how game development works. I can't sit down and make a game right now in Unity. The game is almost finished. Then I decide to port the game on the Unreal Engine, and it's coming out in tomorrow. That's not how game development works. See, and every time something happens, like when Starfield Redfall got delayed, here it goes again. Microsoft got bad management problems. We need to fire Matt Booty. We need to fire Phil Spencer. But how in the world do you have bad management problems? Who runs Bethesda? Todd Howard runs, not Todd Howard. I mean, Peter Hines runs Bethesda. So you're saying about Peter Hines is a guy you have no idea he's doing? They've been making games for years, dude. And you can't tell me that Microsoft had bad management. They bought these studios in 2018. Obsidian already established. Ninja Theory already established. On their labs, all these studios already established. The only studio I'm kind of concerned is on their labs
Why?
because now they have a budget with State of Decay. They have a budget now.
So
That's one
that
of the
sounds
problems.
like a good thing. Why are you
Yeah, that's a
concerned?
good thing. Yeah. Then in the new studio, the Making Perfect Dark, that's where I'm
You still
kind
haven't
of
told me why you're concerned about State of Decay, man.
no. 'Cause, listen, I didn't hate. Listen, I played the first of the State of Decay demo. I don't like zombie games, but I understand what they're trying to do. But the problem with State of Decay 2, I heard people it wasn't that great the first time. We're not talking about the Juggernaut edition. I understand they fix up the game. I understand that, do all that stuff, right? We're talking about like when the first came out. People didn't like it.
Mm-hmm.
So, because they didn't have a budget, man. Like it's like Crackdown over again. They didn't have a budget. So now they have a budget. Now they have more people in there. Remember, the people who made State of Decay is like what, 5, 10 people. Like it was 10 people make the damn game. Now they got like over 100 people. The reason I'm concerned about them because they never really made a good State of Decay game. Now we know it's not a AAA game, so
Bro,
now it's
have
a
you
triple.
played State of Decay, man?
Yeah, one time. I know
I
you.
I appreciate your honesty, man. But like,
I know.
yo, real quick, Game Heroes, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Stop talking about it. Because if you haven't invested significant time in it, don't say that they haven't made a good game. Now they've made buggy games. That's just like Bethesda, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you can't knock that they have fans that love each and every one of their games and they're excited about
they got fans.
Starfield, even though there's a possibility that the game could be buggy.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the only reason why I'd be concerned is because the guy who started left. Right. So now we've never played a game by who's running it now.
Mm-hmm.
But we know that Microsoft is not putting out any trash anymore. Right. And shout out to Microsoft for taking their time, because what they did with Halo was criminal for 343. And 343 has to take the punishment from the fans. Because when the generation first started, they put that kind of pressure on Halo for it to be ready. It wasn't ready. It still isn't ready.
No, it wasn't ready.
Right? And they're not going to put any more studios through that. And now they have so many studios. See, they'll sacrifice these first couple of years of the generation where they can't even meet demand for the future. So they'll never have to be in this position again when it comes to their production. And like you brought up, they bought these studios in 2018.
They bought the studios in 2018. Right? How the hell
the average AAA game, because you have to realize NXL
5 or 6 years.
NXL told them, we don't want to be a AA studio. Got a brand new office. It looks like Google. They got massage chairs in a bar. Right? I don't know if you looked at the pictures of their new offices, right? So they're no longer a AA studio. So when you become a AAA studio, the only thing that changes is the budget and manpower. So now they got over 100, if I'm not mistaken, right? So give them 3 to 5 years. We give everybody else. Not even 3 years. 5 years, right? We did have a pandemic that was real, right? Halo had to take the punishment. 343 had to take the punishment.
Yeah,
because 343 wasn't ready. They went from linear to open world. Introduced a whole new set of issues. No co-op. People were complaining. When you got other games out there that have been waiting for going on 3 or 4 years for a co-op or a multiplayer mode, right? They went from being just a standard multiplayer game to a free-to-play game. And obviously, they weren't ready, right? They still aren't ready. Not till March, right? Several staff changes. So how can you mismanage what you never even had to manage? Right? We don't want to give these studios credit because they didn't release exclusives. NXL had Wasteland. Undead has made State of Decay. I recommend that you go back in there and play it for more than one day. It's a totally new game.
It's a totally different game. I know.
Yeah.
They remastered it.
So Undead's been putting in work, right? Ninja Theory hasn't dropped a game, but they've shown you a whole lot of what they got in the works.
And they have a small game called Project Mora. Might come out this year.
Right, but see, they've shown you a little bit, and it excited you. It was beautiful, right?
Beautiful, yep.
Right, and then who else did they buy? We got Psychonauts from Double Fine.
Yeah, but remember,
Masterpiece. Right?
Yeah, but Double Fine is not.
Listen, we're going through all these studios that they acquired and the work that they put in that people aren't giving them credit for. You see what I'm saying? Like, people are talking about, where's the exclusive? How can you have an exclusive for an acquired studio with deals already in place? Especially Psychonauts, which was crowdfunded. So all these studios have done something. Bethesda had 2 games to release from ZeniMax. ZeniMax had 2 games. They were already paid for by Sony, the block from Xbox. Right? So these studios are putting in work. When it comes to Perfect Dark, that's a brand new studio. Do they even have a building to work in? You see what I'm saying? Like when Xbox, if you're an Xbox fan, why? Why are you an Xbox fan? Because you knew that at that point they had 5 studios and 3 with a steady rotation, 343, Turn 10, and Playground, and Coalition. So you have 4 of them, right? Who else had a steady rotation in the game? But even with that steady rotation, it's still Halo, Gears, and Forza, and they want to get away from that. But if you expected anything more than Halo, Gears, and Forza for the first few years, then you're dumb. Right? As a person, most of us are older and mature. We've been around gaming. Why would you expect anything beforehand other than what they had in the works? The exclusive will come later. And the only reason why Starfield is exclusive because Microsoft said, you know what, enough of Sony buying all these games away from us. But anybody that's an Xbox fan is buying these rumors that talk about engine changes.
No, that's not true.
Dismiss all of those unless the game just started. Playground wants to use Forza Tech because they're familiar with the engine. Now, what that article said is that the new people are not, and that's understandable because they're not, because it's not Unity and it's not Unreal, which are more common engines that people use. These contractors they bring, because you got to remember, Playground was 1, now it's 2. So now the new RPG team needs to hire up. And when they hire up, these guys are not from Playground. They don't know Forza. But guess what? There's enough going on at Xbox that we don't need to sit around crying about one game. We got so many games that are going to be coming out, third party and exclusive, that we don't even have time to be worried about Fable. Just a couple of weeks ago, we had to remind everybody of the games that were coming out soon, right? The games that we forgot about it. Like you brought up Perfect Dark. People forgot about it because we haven't seen it in a couple of years. Hellblade, they didn't show it off, but they showed off 6 minutes of gameplay that was so good that people said it was fake.
So I'm gonna call you off, man. We had this conversation before, right? Do you think Microsoft showed these games too early?
You said my Xbox? Yeah, they did, but they had to.
They have. Yeah, you know what? It depends on the game, though. Because they shouldn't have shown State of Decay 3. Because remember,
they had to show us something. Xbox has no games.
Remember, they didn't show Compulsion Games new IP yet. They didn't show nothing, and they are
because they already put the reputable studios out there, or studios with somewhat of a pedigree, like an Undead, the way that they can hold on real quick, man. And then so you put those out there, they have an established fan base that'll sit around and wait. And then you hold back on a brand new IP. You don't need to show a brand new IP too early. Perfect Dark is not even a brand new IP. So you can show those because people know what it is. People know what to expect. They don't know what the new vision is, but you can show them off early. But they shouldn't have because there's too much of a gap. All right, Lee, I'm out.
Okay. False on everything. Y'all failed to realize that was not a showcase for like, oh, look, we got games coming out.
No.
I said, that showcase was a pipeline, a roadmap. The same thing that Sony can't show to their fans right now is what Microsoft did for us. So they killed the notion that we weren't going to have these games. They destroyed the Xbox has no game. That's why those games got shown, to let you see the future of what next gen was coming to Microsoft. That whole pipeline was perfect because we were already getting ridiculed for not having games. So what Microsoft destroyed right out the gate was that, look, when you're coming over here to Microsoft, you have a pipeline. You have a roadmap. This is exactly what's the problem with PlayStation right now. But we know their roadmap. We've told them what the roadmap is. It's nothing. This is why they're not showing Spider-Man 2, right? Sony has games that are supposed to be coming out that they're not even showing. Microsoft showed not even like real trailers, like they were just like what? Damn, like introductions. All they were just like introductions. The State of Decay 3 introduction. Perfect Dark
Flash screen
introduction.
CGI.
That's right. To give us a pipeline. We needed to see what we were investing in, and I appreciate that. This is why now they would have messed up, because I thought about this. We had this talk. They would have messed up if they said coming soon or gave a date. Because see, now they gave a date for Spider-Man 2, right? They said 2023. Notice they didn't want to say the month. They wanted to be very careful. But here's the problem. This is why I'm not itchy to jump out there yet, say the game is going to be delayed. Because if Spider-Man 2 isn't delayed, I have a feeling that Sony got rushed to put it out there. But if it does get delayed, I'm crowning Realists and Game Heroes. I'm crowning them. And y'all gonna be in trouble. Every single last one of y'all that thought y'all was funny with your goofiness, that ain't calling this monotony out, right? This ridiculous nothing that Sony is doing while y'all sitting out here being so critical on Xbox, but absolutely church mice for PlayStation. We see y'all. Don't worry, we see y'all. I had to give Gas his happily L today for being dumb. All right? Being dumb is not going to pay off this generation. I don't care who's co-signing for you. If you dumb and you being co-signed, that talks about who's co-signing for you. Right off the gate. I don't care about no numbers. I don't care about what you think you are on YouTube. Look, bro, the real people, the real impactors, they're hot everywhere. They're hot on TikTok, Instagram, any social media outlet that they go to, they're hot. You guys ain't none of that. So stop kidding. Stop trying to act like y'all are big time out here. Nobody out here that we know is big time out here. There's not one person out there that's on a video game. Till you on a video game, you ain't big time. That's facts. You're not immune to criticism. If you can come out here and think that you can criticize a $2 to $3 to $1 trillion company, well, then it's nothing to criticize y'all. It's nothing. Y'all ain't holding weight like that. So nah, man, look, I can let goofball keep my name all in his mouth. Whatever, bro. It's whatever. It's every day. We gonna keep bombing. We gonna keep laughing. We gonna keep doing what we do. Because here's what you're not gonna do. And I'm gonna say this now. You're not gonna come bringing gaming over here. You're not gonna line your skills up over here. Nah, we ain't gonna do that. So we're just gonna keep being the way we are until you decide to play yourself out, grow some chest on your heads, and step on in this ring. You step on in this ring with Xbox with me, then everybody's gonna see what you're about on Xbox. Y'all don't want to do that. Stick to going over there playing on those little indies and run up your gaming scores. That's what y'all gonna do. We already
that dude don't even do that though.
but that was needed for Microsoft to do that. So now nobody can say anything. And so we're like, hey, look, man, we got 4 games coming out this year right off the top of our heads. 5, really? Starfield. We got Dark Tide. We got Stalker 2. We got Redfall. Oh, Minecraft Legends, right? Yeah, Minecraft. Damn, that's 6. And then there's one more, Forza Motorsport 7. 6. What does PlayStation have for you? We don't see. We're gonna go by the 10 Commandments for PlayStation fans. Y'all the ones that came up with these horrific myths that come back that you can't no longer worship, right? Y'all are all false witnesses and y'all are all false prophets. You're holding on to a false doctrine. That's why you can't stand no more. That's why it's easy to come every day and clown y'all 24/7, right? It's too easy because your doctrine is fake. For what it is to be a gamer, y'all done broke this false doctrine book, and now y'all can't stand on it. So by y'all's merits, right, we're not supposed to count third parties. So why y'all count third parties? right? So when you really didn't have no game, right? When they slowly put you down 6 feet deep with that Spider-Man 2, right? And told y'all, oh no, it's coming out in a whole nother year. Y'all started putting out Forespoken, did they not? Oh, we got games. Y'all were quick. Oh, but we still got games. Well, what games do you got? Forespoken? What? That ain't
Stellar
no
Blade.
Forespoken. No
Stellar,
legal. We got Silent Hill.
Stellar Blade.
What? Stellar Blade.
What the hell is that?
What's that?
That's
Y'all
gonna be
play
another
that?
60
You
game.
know, we got the list, baby. We checking it twice.
Hey, realist, you know what's funny about that game? That is a first party game too. Because technically
They
Sony
published
money
it.
yeah, Sony money had the game. Remember that game was supposed to be on Xbox. So
Yep.
somehow Sony money had the goddamn game. They published the game.
You know the
They
somehow,
funded,
bro.
yeah, they
Do
funded
you
the
know the
game.
somehow? Do you know why?
What?
Because they didn't have enough money to finish the game.
Yeah, they ended up
So they needed somebody to come in and
Yep.
help. That's what I said. It's gonna be another 60 game.
But that's the first part of the game though. So you could twist it all you want. It's like Quantum Break and Detroit Become Human. It's the first part of the game. Because Sony doesn't publish a game if they don't own. They own the IP now. All right, they're not gonna go.
So what about so just like with KOTOR? See, they don't own KOTOR, and look at
No,
what
they
happened.
no. They don't publish KOTOR. That's a rumor.
Yes, they are. No, they are publishing KOTOR on PlayStation.
Nah, it's Embrace the Group. Embrace the Group.
Hey, look.
Remember, KOTOR's in development.
You'll be open 2 on the day, bro.
All right, but games like Bloodborne and something like that, they don't publish a game if they don't own. They're like, look at Demon Souls. They own Demon Souls. We never got a sequel. No, they never got a sequel. So that's why Blue Point made a remake of that. They don't publish a game they don't own. So they published Stellar Blade because 1, they got no games, and 2, the developer can't finish the game, so they had to go to somewhere else. And they finally saw Sony. Sony took the game, funded the game, and do all that stuff and finance the game. So technically, it's a first party game made by a second party developer. Just like Ori is a first party game for Xbox, but it's still a second party developer who made that. So yeah, that game is a little garbage. I'm sorry. It's gonna be just like Forespoken. They're gonna hype the game up. They're gonna call it better than Devil May Cry. It's a Devil May Cry being another ripoff. If I want to pay something like that, I just pay Devil May Cry 5, and that's a masterpiece. All right, that's probably one of the best hack and slash games ever made. All right, Bayonetta's 2 is up there, but see, they're gonna hype that up. They're gonna get a 60 on Metacritic, and the damage control will start beginning again, just like today. Then, another list war. I don't know. It's not coming out this year. I told them a couple of times, right? Neil Druckmann that never came out and said that The Last of Us multiplayer is coming out in 2024. I mean 2023.
He never be able to show you this on the same stage.
Yes, yeah. They said they're going to talk about it in 2023. He never even said, "Oh yeah, it's coming out in 2023." And that no, he didn't. So that means when he say he's going to talk about it, 2 things he's going to do. He might go to show a trailer, a CGI trailer, and he's going to talk about concept arts and talk about the game. That's it. Would it have a release date? No. It's not going to have a release date. If I was a betting man, it might come in 2025.
See, Vodka, that's the thing, man, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because look what he says. Remember, Sony announces games in pre-development. See?
Yeah. The Last of Us is in pre-development right now.
And see, the thing about it is, Sony just has a consistent, repetitive delay system. I mean, you can roll the dice. I mean, you can roll the dice and make a sure bet that they're gonna delay a game on its first initial release. Like it's never ready. It's never ready. And this is why they're hearing us, man. They're hearing y'all. Look, if it's what everybody's saying, right? The pressure is on, man. I hope they don't use the city Manhattan all over again. I hope we ain't in the same city. See, they hearing that stuff. Look, man, look what just happened with Forespoken, right? Forespoken got delayed twice in the same year. It was supposed to came out the month of God of War, and they basically switched it. When they switched it, we knew right then. We called it. We said, oh, something's wrong with that game, right? Something's wrong with that game. And then here we go. The buildup of something wrong with that game kept on going. It echoed. I don't know what happened. We can call it on the investors, whatever. We don't know, but all I know is this. Pressure came to get that game out to be seen. They made a demo, and the demo was just straight garbage. How do we know? Because people was advertising it. People were showing it. Articles were being talked about it. What's up, Sig? Good to see you, my man. Shout out to Sig Slayer right there, man.
Shout out
Appreciate
to
you dropping
Yeah,
in.
what's up, Sig?
We got you, man. Salute to you, man. Salute to you and your family, brother.
Yeah, man.
We saw all these things, right? And we kind of already suspected it that this game just isn't. Me and Gamesters will talk about all the time. Something about it. The textures don't look right. Things just don't look right. It don't look like no next-gen game. Listen, this ain't me saying it. This is Sony telling y'all. And this is sad what I'm about to say. I mean, if y'all want to laugh, because it's worth being laughed at this point. They said that this is y'all's first ever real next-gen game. Hey, somebody get the article for me. They think I'm lying. Find the article, put it in the chit-chat community. They think I'm lying. Sony said that. They said, oh, it's going to have ray tracing in it. It's going to have...
It don't have ray tracing at 720?
They got it. It's possible because it's just lighting. But the thing is, realist, we know that 720 don't qualify for next gen. You're not a dummy to know that. You know? So somebody at this point, you know, you got people like J-Dub out here looking dumb as hell, right? There's a point in time where you salute your brand. You know, I don't have a problem with JW out here, you know, flagging for his console. I don't have a problem with that. That doesn't bother me. Matter of fact, I don't even bother the bum, right? But he looks stupid, man, because I'm blocked anyway. But he looks stupid when you're trying to parade for something that you can't even gas up, bro. Like, it comes a point where you got to put your foolishness down and just be real with your community. Like, that's on you, donkeys. That's y'all's guy. We ain't got to worry about nothing like that. But that's y'all's guy. You know, if you want your people to be out here continuing to like cartoon characters, then that's y'all. But he can't make the PlayStation 5 look better. He can't. All he's going to do is fail you. Shout out to JyzalGo6. What's good, fam? All he's going to do is fail you, bro. The game is a flop failure, bro. DOA. He ain't going to play it. He ain't buying it to play it for y'all. He ain't doing that. He can't make the game better. What's he going to do? At some point, he can't make the reviewers change their minds. They don't even look at the dude, bro. He ain't major. He ain't somebody that the industry alters off of because his opinions. These dudes think their opinions hold weight. Their opinions don't hold no more weight than our opinions, bro. The only thing about it is, man, we call a spade a spade. And I'm going to say this. Name me one PlayStation 5 game, right, that scored a mediocre score and it went on to sell over 3 million copies. Name me one. Name me one PlayStation game that did that. Name me one that scored a 60, a 58. Ain't that what Sea of Thieves got? I think Sea of Thieves got a 58. Wasn't that right, Games Heroes?
No, 69. 69.
59.
No, 69.
Oh, 69. Okay. Show me a 69 game from players that put up numbers like Sea of Thieves. Show me one in the history. Find it. Because see, you guys die by your own false doctrines. Y'all look at Metacritic scores, right? And all y'all think is if the game scores high, it's great. That's what makes it great. No, dummy. You make the game great. A community makes the game great, not a damn review score. So, hey, listen, we going off y'all's merit. Don't try to change the narrative now because we clowning y'all, because we kicking y'all in y'all's neck. Nah, that game is what? On Metacritic, 64 or something like that? That's y'all's game. Out
68.
the gate, though. It
68.
came out the gate like that.
68.
68. Out the gate.
It's still yellow.
68 out the gate. And I
Yeah,
ain't
but-
even try to make that rhyme.
Use
That
caution.
just came out naturally.
Hey, but remember, Metacritic is just a number. Remember that. You know, we're not saying Metacritic determines a review form of your opinion. Like, remember that, folks. If you like Forespoken, you like, that's your opinion.
It don't matter to them, though, Game Heroes,
I
because they
know.
wrote their own doctrine.
I know,
Look,
I
bro,
know, I know.
Metacritic. We gonna go to Metacritic. That's part of their denomination. Metacritic, right? Why we only get 62 reviews down here? Scared of this game, huh? But when they come to criticize an Xbox game, they all over the place. They want to make sure they review bomb it. They want to make sure they do all of this, bro. Ain't nobody review bombing this game. Hardcore Gamer gave it a 40. He's telling the truth. I don't see no zeros. Power Unlimited, 64. Worth Playing, 69. Gaming Bolt, 70. Now look, you got to expect this, right? PlayStation Lifestyle, 80.
Somebody gave it a 95.
80.
Yeah, Gaming Nexus,
Nexus, the biggest-
95.
The biggest donkey adulterer out here, right? Gaming Nexus, 95. The biggest donkey adultery right there, bro. That's too funny. Now you can't even take that seriously, man. So now y'all are out here with these reviewers that they're not even serious. Hey, look, man, it's not gonna look good for you in 2023. And we here to make sure that. Don't get it twisted. We ain't scared of none of these fairies out here, bro.
The list was
make sure that we call them spades a spade. So you got your first L. Second L is Stellar Blade. We know y'all ain't gonna go
man,
out
but
there.
you know, man, hey, nobody paying that shit, man. I'm sorry, man. Like, nobody's not.
You ain't gonna buy that damn game. Y'all don't know how to play. Here's the thing, man. Here's the bottom line with it. Y'all don't know how to play those games. If like Neil Druckmann said it, we got to get away from these soap opera, hold your hand, touchy-feely, emotional, cinematic series.
Man holding,
and just button mashing, CGI moments, games, bro.
Hey, yo, this game is bad.
Y'all gonna have to evolve. You know, your game style is boring.
But how
y'all getting those remakes? Because Sony don't know what to do with y'all.
How are you going to evolve if Sony making the same games the past 10 years?
Because that's what I was just fixing to say, games, right? Sony can't make new IPs because they scared. They want to act like they tough, but the CMA showed a bitch company. That's what the CMA showed the world. Look at Jim Ryan out here snitching. Snitching on our man Phil Spencer, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He
but
come out
check it out, bro.
Man, Phil only wanted that for 3 years. Hey. Like, bro, they're buying this stuff for $70 billion. They're not concerned about your tears, homie. This is big bank. See, this is big bank affairs. Little bank ain't got no business in big bank affairs. But see, y'all wanted to go there. So now the whole world's gonna see how we operate against you. See, we always try to keep it like this, man. Y'all are just, when you go out on the basketball court back in the days, right? And you had to pick your teams. Sony was always that 7th or 8th pick guy. That's the guy when everybody else started going home. All right, Sony, come on, man. Get on in the game. They were never in the game. They were never in the bank game of Microsoft, bro. And anybody who betted on Little Bank is a damn idiot. Now, you being an idiot shows where your smartness is at today. You look dumb. Because you really thought Sony could hang with Microsoft in real time. That's how stupid you are. Now, the ABK deal is going to go through. Nobody's going to turn down $70 billion. Nobody in the gaming industry ever done that. Microsoft is going to be the first to dump that money in. They're going to take that. They rather take Microsoft to court, draw this case out, give Microsoft to spend another 12 to 15 million, you know, in court case money, whatever they got to do to get money out of Microsoft. They'll do it and then say, all right, you know what? Listen, man, we done dragged this long enough. Let Microsoft have it. Microsoft ain't caring about how long this is going to take. Sony out here breaking already. Now look what just happened, right? They went and got Google to come in and cry like a bitch. They came, NVIDIA came crying like a bitch. These are bitches, bro, compared to Microsoft. These dudes been crying wolf all along. I told y'all about NVIDIA. All y'all that be putting NVIDIA in your mouth, and y'all don't even realize the API wars, like I said back in the day on Di-RRec Gaming. I already told y'all, man, on been destroyed. AMD had to get on that bandwagon because if y'all don't know, in the mid-90s and late 90s, AMD didn't like Microsoft. They ain't like each other. Now they partners. They ain't partners because all of a sudden they just eloped. Nah, AMD got that ass whooped, and AMD said, you know what, bro? All right, you destroyed Mantle. That's why Mantle can't be put in video games today. It got sacrificed. Something had to pay the penalty for that. So AMD looked in the video like Debo asked Red when he stepped out that car, you want some of this too, old man? Guess what NVIDIA said he bought? Guess what NVIDIA said he bought? No. And when they said no, Microsoft said, oh, so y'all been out here running your damn mouth? Y'all really part of the Kronos group. You're really part of this OpenGL shit. We know who you are. So guess what you gonna do? Just for acting like you was tough, you get all this old technology. Y'all out here thinking that NVIDIA's out here making new technology and Microsoft is grabbing NVIDIA's tech. Y'all out y'all's damn mind. Microsoft feeds everybody this technology. That's why Xbox fed PC this generation. Don't ever get it twisted, bro. Don't ever get it twisted. Microsoft got the geniuses, bro. They got the geniuses. That's why I'm sitting over here looking at my Xbox Series X and I'm looking at my big ass rig on my desk. I'm sitting there like, damn, how did they do that? How did they make that? And then I'm looking at my big ass rig, all this traditional hookups. I got vents and shit. I got a big ass fan. I got this water chamber for the coolant, big ass wires and big ass. I got a big ass plexiglass on the side with some screws on it. You see what I'm saying? Big ass towers. And then I look at this damn Xbox and I'm like, nobody in the PC world understands how that happened. They can't even make a tower like that. And it's like, dude, they're light years ahead of everybody, man. Tell Ben Simmons to shoot the ball. Facts. These dudes, look, man, they out here right now. So look what just happened. Microsoft said, we took every blow y'all could throw at us. Let me get the toothpick. All these tears and all these little crumbs. Let's get some meat out between our teeth real quick because we're going in for another meal. Well, what y'all trying to do, Microsoft? Oh, now, you know, since everybody wanted to be critical about us, right? Now we're going to turn the tide. So we want to see the big mouth Sony. So since Sony, you know, we don't want to talk about them blocking games. We don't want to hear about them paying off devs. Nobody wants to talk about that because everybody's really a donkey. Even the dude from the CMA that popped up, he's a donkey. It's like I'll tell my boy J-Rock, where we gonna go? Where do Xbox fans go? Where? Even pure Xbox gets it twisted up for the sake of their articles. So where do we go when it's now shut down? I'll tell you where to go. You go to Walmart and you get that Walmart gaming magazine. That's the realest gaming magazine out right now. It's realer than Game Informer. The Walmart gaming magazine is the realest gaming magazine left on earth. On earth. There's no bias in it. There's no nothing. Just pure journalism. On earth. And it's free. So now Microsoft is going for the impossible, right? Microsoft is asking the question that we've been asking all along. Where's your damn games at, Sony? Since you talking all this shit, right? So where's your pipeline at? We've been asking for this since the beginning. What? We know our future. We just saw Microsoft show our future. We're good, right? That's why we don't bring up games like Indiana Jones, Perfect Dark, Avowed. We don't bring those games up. They coming. We ain't got to worry about them because we got too many right now. They ain't got nothing to show. What has Game Trail's been preaching through our brains for the last year? All they got legal is Spider-Man 2. Can't wait till they start talking about Spider-Man 2 because that's all they got. What did I say? Before 2020, I made a deal. I made a pact with all the donkeys, right? I've been wanting to compete for the longest. I said, look, if we're going to compete, let's throw Hellblade and God of War in the same year. I know y'all glad that didn't happen. That'd have just been embarrassing, wouldn't it, donkeys? No, y'all glad that didn't happen. But that's what I asked for. I wasn't scared. I didn't even see the game, and I knew Hellblade was gonna shit on God of War. I didn't have to second guess that. That was too easy. So I didn't get it right, but I asked for God of War because I knew if they bring God, look what they've already done to him. Now we're talking about this supposed to be a 10-year generation, right? Sony has now officialized 6 variants for the PlayStation 5. 6. We ain't never heard this shit before in gaming history. For a company to make 6 different versions of the same damn console. It's not even different console, bro. It's the same damn console, right? So look what they done gave you already. They gave you the lesbian chick, and they gave you the red hair, tribal freckle-faced woman. They gave you the other woman can't never die, right? Then they gave you the dried up racer. Now this look, y'all, this is before 3 years. We ain't even made it to 3 years yet. And then right at the 2nd year, they give you the game that was supposed to do what? Showcase the power of the PlayStation. That was God of War. God of War has already long and gone and forgotten. Nobody even talks about Kratos anymore. So what do you got left? I can hear Game Heroes a miles away. It's Spider-Man 2. Y'all, you know what makes me laugh is that y'all really don't believe that shit. That's why y'all don't even talk about Spider-Man 2.
No, they got Spider-Man 2.
Spider-Man ain't that strong. The reason why Spider-Man sold those pajamas last generation is because it was exclusive and y'all had a talking point. There's no brag in the bag anymore for Peter Parker. I told y'all what y'all was going to do to him. Y'all was going to prostitute my boy. So now you're prostituting him. What'd you do? You tried to come out here and bewitch us, right? Bamboozle us with this DLC. You had these smart genius-ass donkeys coming out here talking about it's not a DLC. It's an expansion pass. The hell you think that is, donkey? It's a DLC. All they did was use the same suit. They put Miles Morales' design over it, took the white boy and put the black boy face on it. Voila. Same city, same pedestrians, same car, same everything. And gave you 5 hours of that shit. And y'all lost y'all's minds, right? To try to defend that. That was your first L. Second L, shout out to Iggy Gaia and Radius 96. The second L came when those 2 gamers exposed Kratos and the development. When they were trying to be slick on y'all, throw snow over that shit. And it was like, man, this is the same damn game. They just threw snow over it. Then all of a sudden, it got quiet. It got quiet. We didn't hear nothing else about Kratos. Then, when we started to hear about it, we got the news of the century. It's cross-gen. Couldn't stop laughing. Then, We got the laugh of the century. When your own denominational, what a DF, Digital Foundry, that's your other denominational doctrinated area that y'all go to, right? But see, they couldn't deny the truth. They had to tell y'all, damn, this game was built on a PlayStation 4. Y'all got let down. Then y'all try to come out here and y'all try to do like my more realist says with y'all PCs. Y'all try to raw power. Y'all try to raw power your happiness, right? Y'all gonna come out here and try to prove that y'all really was gaming for Kratos this whole time, and then we get the news, right? That's right, Zinc. But God of War Ragnarok was a DLC. Been called that. That was being covered up. That was being covered up and buried. We were just waiting for it. We were just wanting to see what kind of miracle that they were going to do, right? So then it come out, and they wanted to prove to us, right, that they care about Kratos. So, realist, JyzalGaming come out, illegal. You notice something? Now, what's up? Y'all got news for me? What's going on with Kratos? Nothing. They ain't even mentioned the damn shit. There ain't no sales numbers. What? You mean to tell me y'all ain't getting no shit? Nothing? Overnight? Not 1 million? Not nothing? Nothing. Okay? Whole week go by. You hear nothing. Then JyzalGaming come out. I guess they're going to count those bundles, and then they're going to come out with some news, right? Because remember, Sony trapped y'all anyway so that they could get those damn PlayStation 5 sold. Lexi Swafford, what's good? Got you in the building. Thanks for stopping by. Got you. We got you. Got you, Lexi. What they do? They got quiet. A second week go by. The 23rd, they come out with news. 5.1 sales for God of War Raggy. Right? But that was between two platforms. You show the world just how much you love Kratos. Still, Forza Horizon 5, the king of this generation. Doing good, doing good. We're doing good. We out here doing what we love to do, man. And we appreciate you. We out here with the best, biggest community still bombing. We just got news, right? That Forza Horizon 5 is the #1 exclusive game on Xbox. The #1 most selling item in the United States is the Elite controller.
Hey, you talking about that? You talking about the Elite controller?
Then what did we get? We got news today about the damn what? DualSense Edge and his dog shit.
Hey, that shit trash, but 4-hour battery
life. It gets
life.
funnier. I'm almost finished, game. It gets funnier. Now, y'all hold y'all laugh on this, because you got to understand, you got to look at how they do this stuff, right? Before they drop this garbage-ass news today, right? Who came out the other day trying to parade for it? Jeff Keighley comes out. Look at this premium controller. Look at how beautiful it looks, right? Then the next day, the news come out about this beautiful premium controller, right? This premium controller can only do 5 to 10 hours. You know they had to say 10.
You had to do 5 to 10, right?
Don't worry about if I'm married.
The other 5 is in the menu.
Wait. So 5 to 10.
Yeah, 5 to 10, right? But check this out.
So you're going to split to 6, to 7, and 8?
Look, that's weaker than the original DualSense. The DualSense is 6 to 12.
It's not weaker. It has more features in the same battery. And the first battery was trash.
Hey, but guess what? I didn't get a 9 out of 10.
Engines, when we talk about engines, when we talk about performance, right? That's longevity. This controller, how in the hell can this controller be premium? Well, it can't outdo the last one that was made previously. How's that premium? Somebody's lying. Somebody's lying.
No, they call it premium because they put a gloss on it. That's all.
They call it premium, Spartan, because it's $200.
How much for it?
$200 makes it premium.
How much for it?
That thing is Fisher Price.
$200.
That's how much for the Elite Controller 2.
$179. You can get it right now with $159, and if you lucky like me, $129.
You can get a core for 99 right
40
now.
hours.
You heard me? You can get a core for 99.
So the Elite Controller, so the DualSense Pro, what does they crap call? It's better than the DualSense? Hell, I mean, no, the Elite Controller?
No.
No. So how the hell IG get a 9 out of 10?
Sony doesn't have good engineers, man. It's just the bottom line. Radiance announcers just said that with a period at the end. Notice, what he said, it was just so calm and straight to the point. They don't have good engineers, bro.
So
if
the
they had good engineers, it wouldn't be on the 6th variant.
But legal. They make fun of Xbox all these years. We have controllers. Now they hype it up controllers. So.
You guys stupid.
So hey, look, man, that's the biggest selling point 2023 controller. And you saw that. Listen, you saw that. You saw that. What's the name? What's the king called? The special needs controller for the
adaptive controller.
Adaptive.
Isn't that Xbox?
Xbox came out with it. Sony threw a shot.
So both of them are called adaptive, though.
And then,
adaptive. They're called it then for PlayStation.
Yeah, they created it way before PlayStation, and somewhere down the line, I was reading that PlayStation took a shot at them. Then PlayStation come out with their own for their fan base.
Yeah, they took a shot of them, and now they're making their own adaptive controller. But Microsoft had that
he about shut his 220 at GameStop. You know GameStop gonna get you.
Nobody wants that shit. Listen, man, they made an adaptive controller. They made more controllers. They got Forespoken coming out. They got Stellar Blade. Imagine they had imaginary release dates like Silent Hill. What's the name called? The Last of Us multiplayer. And Final Fantasy Rebirth coming out this year. Got so really good. There's no way there's 2 Final Fantasy games coming out in 1 year. Yeah, there's no chance in hell. It's coming in winter, but it ain't coming out. It's going to be like,
Jerome said 340 in Australia.
But look, man, I gotta keep. I'm sorry, man, that y'all don't listen, but like, y'all gotta cut Sony some slack, right? There's a reason why they have to charge $220. It's because they don't own any of the tech inside of the controller.
True.
So they have to cut. They have to cut with immersion. They have to cut with scuff. Now Xbox cuts with scuff too. I think they have licensing and patenting deals for them with the Elite. So they got to break bread a bunch of different ways. So if they charge that $220, that's not for them. All of it's not for them. So they got to charge a little bit more. There's a reason why the Switch controllers are $80. Like we complain, but they got to split with immersion, just like Sony. The thing that separates those two from Xbox is Xbox has a lot of proprietary patented tech in their own controllers, so they can play with the numbers a little bit more.
Let me go back to this. The
controller
has
been out a little bit longer than the
Xbox
right
has
here,
their own in-house.
Right there. Read that again. Read that again. That's nobody's fault but Sony's. It's not Sony doing that because they have no options. You got options, but because this right here is why you paying for it, Sony. That's a Sony problem. They out here talking about VR, but they can't make a damn controller that lasts longer than 7 hours.
Speaking of VR, it's coming out in what, February? No, listen, man. It's like $700, man.
That's your rent right there for the month, bro. You might
shit. Rent? Dude, Sparky, I don't know where you from. I live in New York City. $700 ain't no damn rent. Canada. Yeah, you from Canada.
Oh, it's $750, $800 out here just
that's
for the,
right, Zink.
That's
that's your rent money. In America, in New York City, $700 can give you a decent apartment. You can get if you get an apartment,
they can't get you a room in an apartment.
Nope.
700 gets a big cardboard box down here.
Shit. 700. Yeah. Hey, Liga, you funny, man. That's fact.
Get out of here with that. Realist.
You know what I mean,
You
though.
can get a
Like,
big
that's
cardboard
a
box
thing
with some
like that.
cutout for windows.
$700 in New York City. If you get a room or apartment for $700, it probably the worst neighborhood in New York City
Nice.
was with crackheads and drug dealers running around. Shit, gunshots every minute.
For you right there.
Shit, no man,
Fuck,
they ain't no damn rent money, dude. Shit, I wish that was rent money.
That's right. You buy. I ain't.
You're renting your room, Airbnb.
Nah, man. Hey, man. Nah, definitely not. Like,
But yeah, it's like, look, man.
$700 for a VR headset is a failure, in my opinion.
That's a scam.
Because it's like really said. When you have options, look, man. All right, we're gonna talk about this. It's not. I don't care about Sony's prices, right? Because to me, there's nothing that Sony's gonna do that's gonna make sense anyway. Besides my opinion on it, Sony's not good at competing. Period. When they have to compete, they always take an L.
They fold.
Right. They are relying on idiot thinking, man. They're relying on a severe fan base of faith. It takes more faith to be a PlayStation fan than it does an Xbox fan.
Yep.
I'm gonna come out here and tell you straight up, yo, I ain't buying $70 games. You're not gonna hurt my feelings by laughing at me because I got Game Pass Ultimate. That ain't hurting me.
But it's nothing wrong buying $7 games. It had to be it had to be quality. Cause
how you know it's quality? You gonna buy it on principle, Game Heroes?
No, like for example, like Death.
You see what that's gonna get ponies tomorrow.
Yeah, cause look at Death Space, right? That's $70.
But you know what that is.
I'm buying that.
But you know
but
what it
I
is.
get like Forespoken. Yeah, like all right. Give me a new IP. Atomic Heart. That's $70.
You crazy?
I know it's in Game Pass.
And I was gonna talk about this earlier, Game Heroes. I ain't want to cut you off earlier. We're about to be in a tough spot in gaming, bro, because you're gonna have a whole lot of AA games like Atomic Heart.
A lot of it
look like they're AAA games because of the Unreal Engine 5 and what it can do.
Facts.
Look at what that guy did with Bright
Evil
Memory.
West.
You know what I'm saying? That's one guy who got a few other guys to come in. Evil West is not a strong graphical game, but if you look at Atomic Heart, it looks like next gen after next gen, right? It looks like next level stuff, but that's just looks.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna have to be discriminate on some of these games. I'm glad it's in Game Pass.
Stalker 2 is one of them too,
and that's a smaller team from Russia, right? No,
Ukraine, and that's not a AAA game
because Atomic Heart is Russia.
And guess what that shows? What Realist is saying. Here's the bottom line on that. We know that the devs got taken care of.
I just saw what Eli said, bro.
Right.
That's inexcusable on those cardboard controllers.
Where was it at? Right here. Right here.
Yeah. Well, Atomic Heart, it looks like Atomic Heart's not a AAA game, but it looks amazing. Stalker 2 also. I said Stalker 2 is a AAA. It is.
It is.
It's not a AAA.
Yeah. It's getting a AAA. It's getting a AAA treatment, but it's what is it? A third party.
It's third party, man, but it's a small team, right?
Right.
And the only thing to me
that AAA treatment. It's not a AAA game.
The only distinguishing differences in these A's is budget. Budget buys you more men, buys you more marketing, or women, since it's 2023. I was about to say manpower, but that's the only thing, and that's a small team. Both of them are small teams. But Unreal 5 allows. If you saw what that one guy did with Spider-Man and the Unreal Engine from the Matrix. It just goes to show you that this game, this engine allows you to be able to make your games look bigger than what they really are.
But what's the budget though? What's the budget? I don't know the budget of Atomic Heart though. Who's publishing it? Focus Entertainment.
Yeah, and that's what I asked y'all earlier. Since when? Not today, but another day. Since when do they make AAA games?
A Plague Tale is not a AAA game.
It's not.
No, it's not.
Right. Focus Home. Didn't Focus Home responsible for Evil West too?
I don't know. No. Oh, that's a good question. Hold on.
I'll
That's a
look
good
at it.
question. Yeah, that's a
But,
good question.
but bro, shout out to Microsoft for finally trying to get down and dirty and expose these. You know what I'm saying? They say bring forth your records. You being subpoenaed.
That's it.
Let us see what you're
That's a
doing
good
behind closed doors, because obviously these regulatory bodies don't believe us and they want to treat us like we're you.
Yes.
They want to treat
Yes.
us like
Yes.
we're you,
Yes.
like we're the ones that's hamstringing the game and buying games away from your platform. So let's go ahead and show them what's really going on.
And they got subpoenaed. Let the idiots know what that means, realists.
And that means that they have to come.
They got.
It means they were summoned. That means that Michael Rappaport came to their door with papers.
Facts.
I don't know if y'all know Michael Rappaport.
So watch this, really.
Before he's an awesome man.
Right. What Spartan? Forget what we saying, right? Game serials, realists, and Spartan chit chat.
Focus did do.
You can ignore what we got to say about the pipeline for Sony. Let's just say you've never heard us say y'all got nothing but Spider-Man 2. In a minute, it was just good. Just a week ago, y'all gonna find out what Sony had planned for y'all. We ain't gonna have to tell you. We ain't gonna have to tell you.
Who owns Focus Entertainment?
Sony did not even bother showing a pipeline whatsoever. Just commercials of games, and that's it.
They were scared of. Look, man.
You saw that show where Microsoft, Phil and them weren't just sat down and be like, okay, we showed our pipeline. Where's your pipeline? Nothing.
Yo, Spartan, they lied out the gate. We don't believe in generations.
They lied since the PlayStation 1.
Since the beginning. So look at all these dummies riding a lying-ass company that bold-faced lied to them. They gave them a cock-eyed lie. They lied through their teeth. And they accepted it. That's why this is so funny.
They absolutely have no games to play this year either.
And don't do what they do, right? Talking about no games when people are gonna be playing games. To me, and
it proves it. They're out there review bombing. They're out there on Twitter 24/7. They're out there showing off games that they've achieved 10 years ago, and still playing the remake, remaster, director's cut, remake, remaster. They've got nothing else to play. They're all slow. Now they're all on their PCs, shifting to Game Pass. Soon, a Series X or a Series S. That's it. This is the end of it. These guys, hey, stop fighting it. If you're hearing this right here, right now, stop fighting it. Just come onto the green side, enjoy gaming, and get with the community, or stay stuck to your lies and scams that you're getting from Jim, Line, Ryan. Simple as that.
What's good, After Boss?
Boss man.
All Microsoft has to do now, right, is just focus on getting these games out smooth. All they got to do is just get these games out smooth. They don't have to worry about anything else.
Welcome to Wave 3, and that's all there's to it. RDNA 2 Tech is about to show itself in about 2 days. That Forza Avowed that we're having, and which other game is coming out?
No, we got
Redfall.
We got 6 games. We got 6 games coming out.
And that event coming out in 2 days, it's going to showcase the graphical power of Series X and S. So start enjoying gaming now. It's been 3 years now, and now they're
no, it's not even been 3 years. It's not November. Sad, ain't it? It's sad, ain't it?
They're releasing these games now.
Yep. Yo, look, before we end, look, man, before we end, everybody, let's bow our heads, man. Let's bow our heads. We would like to thank Sony for their contribution for 25 years of lies and deceit, smoke and mirrors, bringing forth this great laughter of fan base that you've been giving to us throughout the years to just make fun of and just have a good time just enjoying their stupidity day in and day out. We come together in remembrance of all their leaders, all those false shepherds that, and some of them even came out of our base, right? They turned Decepticons and they went over there and they became even double stupid. All of these moments that we embrace, from you can be a great father playing the God of War games too. 1080p makes you a better gamer, to the PlayStation 3 can do 120 frames per second, to the majestic, most glorious one, RDNA 3.0. We can't count the times, throughout the times, the level of stupidity that has been shown day in and day out. We give your fan base that. But today we are here to commemorate the memories that were once in a VHS mode. Now they have no games. They have no pipeline. The YouTubers have failed them. The gaming articles have failed them. The gaming journalists have failed them. There's nobody that's willing to step up to save this poor, damned community. As we think about all the games that we're going to be playing, we look at our fellow comrades back there and we say, damn, you should have just chose Xbox and you would have been okay. Hey, listen, man, you could have still played some PlayStation games, right? You got a PC, but it's just great being over here on Game Pass. And we've tried to spread the gospel. We're doing our part. We're doing the best we can out here, but we understand that you told us out of the book of X to not waste our time. You tell it once, you tell it twice, you turn around, knock the dirt off your feet, and you keep stepping. You don't plant your feet. You can't plant your feet on the quicksand. You got to stand on the rock. You can't throw the seeds, right, on non-fertile minds. Don't throw them in the rocks. Don't even throw them in the bad places where they can't eat their good carrots. But now we just think about the irony, the Metacritic scores, the narratives, and everything that's burning in hell. And we're like, damn, the only thing left now is their ego and pride. And we know what you have said about pride. Pride can kill a man. So now we end this in the gaming gods' histories. Amen. It's been a good time, y'all. It's been a good time. Hopefully, y'all put up a good fight this year. We want y'all to see Spider-Man 2 so bad. I don't know.
Look, man.
I don't know why they're not showing you Spider-Man 2, but at this point, I want y'all to, because there ain't no damn well Forespoken, scratch it off the list. Stellar Blade, scratch it off the list. Final Fantasy 16, scratch that shit off the list. And Silent Hill, scratch that shit off the list.
Yeah, but none of these games are coming out this year because they never confirmed. Look, if you go to Steam right now and type in Silent Hill, it says to be announced or 2023. No, to be announced. Not even a release date. So how are you making a list? How are you gonna make a list? You put in Silent Hill in there, and they never confirmed that it's coming out in 2023. Well, I told people, like I told the donkeys. I don't say his name, but I told the donkeys, yo, show me proof that when Konami came out and it showed that Bloober Team was working on Silent Hill, show me proof that he had a freaking release date. He couldn't show me a game proof. I'm still waiting for that proof. Because they're making these list wars because they want this make PlayStation look good. No, right there. Silent Hill 2 on Steam, coming soon. Add to your wish list. They never had a release date, not a release window, nothing. Konami did not confirm it's coming out this year. They never confirm it. Now, second of all, let's say they're coming out this year, Realist and Legal, right? Do you know that Silent Hill the whole entire franchise, been here since over 20 years. Guess how much it sold? You don't believe this? 9 million. 9 million.
What game was
That's
this?
the Silent Hill. The whole franchise.
Yeah. I'm not surprised about that, bro. That's what we was. Oh, was that over the phone? The horror genre is not
It's
a
very
large
yeah.
fan
It's
base. Like,
yes. It's not.
what is it? Resident Evil 7, the best one?
Resident Evil Village outsold Silent Hill franchise.
No, Resident Evil is the horror franchise.
Yeah, that's the
Their
horror
best
franchise.
selling game is RE7, right?
Village.
Yep. Okay. And how many is that? 10?
I don't know. I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure it's 10. But
yeah.
That's not a lot.
It was 10.
Across,
it's 10.
Yeah,
it's 10.
Across every platform.
Yeah, it's 10.
I bought one on Stadia. Shout out to Stadia for that stimmy. I bought one on Xbox. Stadia refunded me. So it was on everything, and it managed 10. And it's been on sale over and over again. The horror genre is not the most
that's a good game
popular
though.
one. But that's why you get a Dead Space remake instead of Dead Space 4.
4. Yeah. Yeah, but nobody but come on, really, nobody ain't gonna buy a PlayStation to play Silent Hill. Like I asked a lot of people, right? When the last time you played a Silent Hill game? How they can't even tell me. One guy said he went all back to Silent Hill 2. God damn. That's the only one you played? I played Silent Hill 1, 2, and Shattered Memories for the Wii. And in 2006, I think it was 2006 or 2000, I forgot what year it was. That was for the Wii. Really, that's for the Wii. That was over almost, 15, 16 years ago. Shit, I was in high school that time. God damn. And I traded in GameStop to get, I think I get an Xbox. I forgot what Xbox game I got. So, that was a good game. That Silent Hill Shattered Memories was like a reimagining of the first Silent Hill. That was a good game, but guess what? Nobody bought it. Then I think they made the HD collection of Silent Hill 2 and 3 on the 360 and PS3. Nobody bought it. So you really think that people's gonna buy Silent Hill in 2000 whatever that shit coming out?
For $70.
Nobody's not buying that. No, would I play it? Nah. Look, man, I'm a Resident Evil fan, so.
But it's a remake, so you already like it.
Yeah,
it's not like it's a new Silent Hill game.
And guess what? It's made by Bloober Team, the same dudes who bash Bloober Team because of the media. Now somehow Bloober Team is like a high quality developer.
Bro,
so when you guys,
all that matters is that it's exclusive, and they don't even.
For PlayStation.
You already know they're not gonna buy it. Remember how much they were talking about Ratchet and Clank, and a million people bought that game.
Yeah,
that's right, Willis. And you know what else cracks me up?
No. Returnal.
They cool with Freya running her mouth. They criticize the hell out of High on Life, and High on Life had an option to shut them up.
You talking about from God of War?
Yeah.
Is that Freya? Not that redheaded chick.
No, you talking about Aloy. She don't shut up either.
Oh, and see, the thing she says is just airy. So it's like, man, just don't say anything. You know,
yeah, I don't like Aloy. Cause I play Horizon on my PC. I never even beat it. You beat it, Realist? Yeah. I didn't. No, I didn't beat it. I can't play that. I can't sit down. And play that. I'm sorry.
But you don't like open world games, though, man.
I spent $39.99 for that game, man.
I got it for free.
Yeah, I'm PlayStation Plus. So
that's the only way. Look, bro, that's about the only way I'm gonna play most of these games.
Yeah, man, you're lucky,
bro. Because I really like this was an experiment, and I've gotten my results. The verdict is in. This will be the last time I get him anything, because the games I want to play on Xbox, man. Like when they got Obsidian, I was like, dang.
That's a steal.
I'm like Xbox for life.
That's a steal.
And then a little while later, I jump up and I hear Bethesda. Xbox acquires Bethesda. I said, oh, my wife was like, what? I said, Xbox bought Bethesda. See, you don't know why my wife would even know or care. She's not a gamer, but when I used to be on the road doing construction, she and I would play Elder Scrolls Online together. So she knows that Morrowind is what made me say, man, I must be a hardcore gamer. I played that game for 6 months straight.
I play
So
Morrowind.
yeah, but see, when they got Morrowind or bought Bethesda, it's like, shoot, man, what else do I need? You know, so the games that Sony makes, I just don't care about, man. I mean, Ratchet is cool, it's a platformer, but do I like it better than
Psychonauts?
Psychonauts?
No.
I don't even like it better
Psychonauts.
than the OG Psychonauts because it's just different.
Psychonauts too, man. Look, I know your boy Legal is playing it, but I beat that last year, man. Look, man.
I haven't beat it. Some games I just don't want to. I don't want them to be over.
Yeah, look, man. I beat to the end. Look. I love Nintendo games like platformers like Mario, Donkey Kong, or whatever. But Psychonauts 2 is a really good game.
It's a great game, bro.
Look, it's all about Game of the Year in 2021. See, look, I never played It Takes Two, so I'm not going to bash it, right?
It's a great game too.
Yeah, I'm not bashing that, right?
You don't have a woman to play with though.
Yeah, I don't have anybody to play with, so I can't bash it, right? Resident Evil Village, good game, really good game. Now of course he couldn't get Forza Horizon 5. It's a racing game. So the only one look, see, this is why I told the Xbox community that's fine. You can upward the Forza thing, fine, but you should put that energy on Psychonauts to win Game of the Year. If Psychonauts win Game of the Year, that was the first Xbox game in history of the Game Awards ever going to win the Game of the Year.
I don't think Microsoft is in the business of buying awards. That's something.
We know that, but we talk about like the Xbox guys who won the awards and stuff. I told them, like, you look, we know Forza Horizon 5 should at least get nominated. We know that, right? But if you pass past that, you should keep that energy on Psychonauts, because Psychonauts had a better chance of winning Game of the Year than It Takes Two. Look, I never played It Takes Two, but
Two was
multiplayer. It's a
multiplayer.
multiplayer. Yeah, it's a multiplayer. So, but Psychonauts 2, I beat it, right? It's really damn good. It's like the level design of that game is top notch quality. If you ever played these Tim Burton, you watch Tim Burton movies. Yeah, he had the same exact art style of Tim Burton movies, and the writing, the humor. Look, my favorite character is Rags. He's a good character. Rasputin. And everything in that game is just amazing. The only thing I don't like with Psychonauts is the boss battles. The bosses are like, they're kind of weak. Like,
objections, but it's your objection.
Yeah, but overall, man, the voice cast with Jack Black and all the guy who played Wupu, like Araz, and look, man, I would give that game a 9.5 out of 10, because that is probably one of the best platformers ever made, and the art style and the level design are just amazing. Like one of the levels are my favorite levels, right? Raz got to go to somebody new and he's trying to find the band back and meet the band. And I say to myself, like, that level is just like amazing. Like, the writing is amazing. I can't ruin the whole game for you, because I can't ruin the whole game for you. I'm trying to how to explain it, because you gotta play this game. You gotta play Psychonauts 2. And look, man, I know Tim Schafer says, remember, the first one didn't so well. I never played the first one. I don't think anybody played the first one, right? So we know
they gave it away last year. If you didn't play it, you could have played it last year. I played it on OG.
Yeah, I'm gonna play the first one soon. But a lot of people never played the first one when it first came out. Because we know why, right? It flopped. But Tim Schafer says he liked to make Psychonauts 3, but say never. Look, we know he had multiple projects in development, you know how Microsoft is, right? Before he retired, he's eventually gonna retire someday. He has to make another one of this. Just one more game of Psychonauts. Because the whole game is a masterpiece.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is probably one of the best games I ever played in years. Like, it just, and I'm going to buy the physical copy. Cause my boy have it in my mama pop store. Cause they had the physical copy last year. I didn't chance to get it. I know it was $70, so I got to buy the physical copy. Man, look, man. If you never played Psychonauts 2, please play it. Please play it. All right, it's in Game Pass.
Man, I was
It's
about
really
to say, you
good.
gotta beg people to play games in Game Pass.
I know. I'm not begging people, but please play it.
Said, "Brother, please."
Yeah, you will love this game, man. If you don't like platformers, it's still one of the best games I ever played. That's why I told a lot of Xbox fans that time, look, yeah, Forza should have won Game of the Year, blah blah blah, but you should have pushed Psychonauts 2 to win Game of the Year. If Psychonauts 2 did win Game of the Year, we won't complain. This is the first time ever I've seen an Xbox won Game of the Year. Shit,
Let me ask you some, Game Heroes. So, do you desire Xbox to have a Game of the Year trophy from the Keeleys?
No, but you know how it is. I don't care.
I know you're not. I know you're not a Bethesda guy, man. But this is what I told you this before. Starfield's gonna win.
You think so?
And then Hellblade's gonna win right after that.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
That's a fact.
Nah. Hey, look, man. I'm sorry. I listen. It's gonna be a very tough competition.
We already seen what Nintendo can do.
Zelda.
We saw that before.
I know. Listen, realist. Zelda is doing run for the money. All right. You look at From Software. Look. I'm gonna say it again too.
We never saw that before.
From Software could win Game of the Year this year. Was on
what?
Before.
No, maybe with you and Brawley or whatever. Beast
Beast. I ain't playing that shit.
Maybe y'all's awards, but the Armor Core. This is the thing when it comes to Elden Ring, bro. Like, it just happened. Nobody expected that, and I don't think it's gonna happen again when they come out with a sequel. So now we got like 4 new games, Soulsborne games coming out this year. And I think it's gonna play itself out real fast.
Life of P.
You got Wolong, Liza P.
Yeah.
What else?
I don't know. I don't play.
Don't worry about it. And then you got that Black Myth Wukong game. It's not coming out next year, but that
2024. 2024 summer. 2024.
It's gonna be too many. I mean, just last year they had a few of them, like at least 6. I mean, you had Thymesia, you had, of course, Elden Ring, you had what's the other one.
Starfield could do it, but you gotta run for the money, dude. Zelda tells. I know we've seen that before, but guess what? Look, I really want Starfield to win it, or Redfall to win it, or anyone that Xbox could win it. But
I don't think a shooter will win. But
no, Overwatch did.
With who? The Keeleys?
Of course, yeah. That was very controversial. Yeah.
Must have been a weak year, just like
last year. No. 2000.
What was runner up?
Uncharted.
Yeah, it was a weak year.
Then Xbox had Gears, but they didn't get nominated. And Xbox had Forza Horizon 3, they didn't get nominated.
Xbox don't count at the Keeleys, man.
I know. That's why I try to tell people, like, Xbox had really good games.
This is why they're mad that Xbox is buying up studios like Bethesda and Ninja Theory. Like, why would Microsoft buy those? Why do they need to buy those? Right? Remember that? Mm-hmm. Because now they have to either go back on their words or go get them an Xbox. Right? Because those are the same studios that they praised when they were multi-plat. So now you have to give them the same type of recognition that you gave them before. Because you remember, Bethesda games are always in the 90s.
Always, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Up to 97, if I'm not mistaken, or 96.
So that year was Overwatch, Doom, Inside, Timefall 2, and Uncharted 4.
And that was a decent year. Overwatch was that was a popularity win.
Yeah, that was a problem. Inside was a masterpiece.
That ain't
Doom
gonna
was
win the
no
game of the year.
Doom was a piece of crap.
Doom
Yeah,
was a
the
piece of
first.
crap.
Yeah, I like Internal better. I didn't like the first Doom.
Doom was good, but it wasn't game of the year.
Nah, Timefall 2, I never played it. I heard it was an amazing game. Uncharted's Uncharted.
They should have left that one at home because we treated that game better when it was ours.
Yeah.
It sold more on Xbox by itself than it sold everywhere on Titanfall 2.
Mm-hmm. And you know what? That year, Xbox had a good year. They had Quantum Break. They didn't have Ori. Ori got ported to the X. I think they got ported to PC that year. But we had Ori, Gears 4. They should have took Gears 4 wasn't bad, but I don't think Gears 4. Forza Horizon 3 should have at least again of the conversation. That was one of the best games came out that year.
Hey, Game Heroes, look at other things. He said, wait, Colin Moriarty said he'll guarantee Starfield is coming to PS5. These studios that Sony buys, you ever hear Xbox dudes saying, man, I really wish we could have had that. Oh, I really wish we could have got Bungie. Right?
Hey,
maybe those weirdos is mad at Halo 1343 or want Bungie back. Yeah. But like nobody really worried about what Sony's doing over there. But when you got all these Sony guys crying, I mean, the only one that got a lick of sense is the boy who said it's a wrap.
I don't care what I don't care what.
I care just a little bit because people think that he tells the truth.
What's the dude name again? What do they name? No, that's not Hip Hop Gamer, right? What's his name again?
Marlon.
Yeah, Marlon. Yeah.
At least he had the sense to say. At least he had the sense to say it's over. You know, you're gonna be missing out, right? But they know they get to have Call of Duty, but they don't. They overlook all the rest of the IP that Activision controls. Like when it comes to a console or a content war, it's a wrap. Like seriously, it's over. So if I had to make a choice and I'd never played games before, just ask the questions, you know, who has what games?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I don't look, I'm not gonna buy a PlayStation to play all those movie games. And then they said they come in with 12 service games. What they let you know? They let you know that the games that they're dropping are making enough money. So when Microsoft brought up games as a service, they tried to deride Microsoft about it. But they do it tastefully, right? And they space it out. We got Sea of Thieves. I mean, Horizon has some microtransactions in there. But you know a game that nobody talks about, remember? I was saying how they showed us so many games that we forget about some of the games they haven't showed us anymore, right? Everwild is another one that I can't wait to see.
Nah. Yeah, that's the Hey, look, man, I don't know.
Now that's one that if you'd have said, "Well, I'm concerned about it," I'm like,
but
man, we can't
Games Heroes, you went out.
The ponies got him. I don't know what he was about to say. He probably was about to say something else about Forespoken, so they came together. Yep. See, now they drowning them jitters.
The ponies tapping.
Hey, somebody. Hey, legal call 911, man. They got him under the tub, man. They got him in the toilet.
Man, they yanked him up, man.
Yeah, man.
You
hear him?
Yeah. He trying to.
Man.
I heard him.
Hey, man. Somebody save that man. Look. You got his address, man.
Get off this show. Listen, y'all, we're going to go find Game Churls. Thank y'all for coming out, man. We got to go get our boy, man. We got to go get him. They done got him, man. Yo, thanks, Spartan 117. Yo, Realist, we got to go get him. Thanks for popping in. Chit Chat community, man. Make some phone calls. We're going to need all the help. We got to get out of here right now and go help him. Thank y'all for all the support. Each and every time we show up, we got one more show for this week. That'll make the third one. I got another show with JyzalGaming, and that'd be 4 shows because we got to talk about the show. JyzalGaming's I got a one-on-one with JyzalGaming. Yo, we just busy right now on Di-RRec Gaming, man. We hope y'all been enjoying these shows. Thank y'all. Subscribe to the channel. Do what y'all gotta do, man. Hit that notification bell, put those likes up. But we gotta get out here and get game heroes, y'all. They done took him. They drowning him right now, man. We gotta get off of here. Thank y'all for all the support, man. We out right now. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.